Live coverage of the 2023 SoCal Showdown. I'm here with my co-host, Abby Winterton. Abby, I got to tell you, this has been an exciting compound first half. The target has just been reset to 70. Recurve action's coming up next.
Yep, it'll be definitely a fun match to watch.
You know, we've got so many events coming so quickly this time of year. World-class archers are set to go to USA Archery for the Field Nationals. That's going to be where?
That is going to take place in Darrington, Washington, June 23rd through 25th. So
And you can sign up at usarchery.org for that event. Sign up today. We'll look forward to seeing you there. All right, here come our next competitors.
Shooting on line 1, and will also be shooting first, Samantha Ensign. In lane 2, Charvika, Gopi. And our line judge for this match is Leo Carrasco.
Okay, so two really good under-21 recurve women. Samantha Ensign aiming for back-to-back USAT success after winning the Gator Cup earlier this year. Her opponent is Charvika Gopi, bronze medalist in Florida, beaten on the semifinals in that occasion by Michelle Ann. And these two are the top seeds for this qualification round. We're going to be seeing Samantha shooting first on target number 1. It's 70 meters to the target. And so the wind has just a little more influence, but fortunately, this is the calmest we've seen it all weekend.
it really is. They've got definitely better wind conditions than we've seen.
Yep, the windsock is dead. That tells you a lot. All right, opening arrows at 10.
10,
A 7.
7,
Now remember, it's set play for this match. If you're unfamiliar, folks, it's going to be the best score out of these first 3 arrows. The high score gets 2 set points. First archer to reach 6 set points is the winner. There's an 8 for Samantha on that shot. And a 10. So we're down to a single point gap here with 1 arrow to go in this first set. And there's an 8.
8,
10 will take the set, 9 will draw. It is a 9, so we have a draw. Each archer will get 1 set point each. Have you ever found yourself as a compound competitor to wish that you had set play in compound, or are you happy with straight scoring the way it is right now?
I am happy with straight scoring just because it's either there or it's not. And it's pretty, it makes it a little more interesting.
How do you feel about 50 meters for compound versus 70 meters for recurve? It used to be that compound shot the same distance as recurve. Would you prefer to be able to shoot further?
I personally love the 50 meters. Like I said a little earlier, I don't get a whole lot of speed out of anything I really shoot.
So for you personally, it's
Just-
actually better.
Just because I'm not the tallest person, so it's definitely better for me personally. But
Okay. All right. Well, it's insight that, I like to get once in a while. One of the big things, of course, is speculation about if the Olympic Games have compound archery in 2028. Just what kind of round will it be? The official view right now is it might be an indoor round of some sort. Now, that would really level the playing field for a lot of folks, wouldn't it?
it would. I think the factor of the elements outdoor makes it a little more interesting for people to watch.
Yeah?
But the indoor game may be a lot more fun because it's a lot harder. It really shows who is most competitive.
The pure precision.
Yes.
Back in action right now. Samantha Ensign shooting first. We have a draw in this match for the gold medal. And there's a 9. It's on the downwind side on that shot, but I honestly don't believe that there's enough wind influence to account for a whole lot here. And a 9 on that shot. And they're both on the downwind side, so maybe I spoke too soon about what the wind might be doing. They might be getting a slight push. And a 10. There is an invisible X-ring on the recurve target, and it probably caught the top of that X-ring. And there's a 9. 2-point lead right now for Samantha Ensign in this set. But there's an opportunity now for her opponent, Charvika Gopi. Ten will take the set outright. It is an 8. So that set actually will go to Samantha Ensign. We will see a 3-1 differential in favor of Samantha, which means Charvika will be shooting first in the third set. You know, USA Archery, besides supporting events like this one that are put on by local organizers, like in this case the Easton Foundations here at the Easton Archery Center for Excellence, does a lot more to service the membership than simply put on tournaments and handle, you know, registration for events and that sort of thing. USA Archery also has every year a virtual symposium. And the 2023 USA Archery Virtual Symposium begins quite soon. There is an early bird registration opportunity running through June 13th. The first session starts on June 20th. It's a great opportunity. You can improve your skills and your knowledge, whether you're a coach, an athlete, a parent, or a club leader, with access to expert speakers covering a range of topics including training, strength and conditioning, tuning, managing performance anxiety, better understanding skill acquisition, and motor learning, and being able to coach different athletes. You can visit usarchery.org or contact info@usarchery.org for all the info on this great opportunity to learn more about our sport. We're back in action right now here at the SoCal Showdown. Charvika Gopi trailing her opponent, Samantha Ensign. It's a 3-1 lead in favor of Samantha. And Charvika just shot a 9 in this set play competition.
She's had to take an arrow and put a new one on, retool. Wow.
And
Amazing for her to get that.
Yeah, she had 2 seconds left to get that shot off.
yeah,
That
really
was-
close. The trouble is it's only a 4 on that shot. Out there in the black at about 2 o'clock. Tough break. Okay, we're looking to see if there's some sort of technical fault with the timing system, perhaps, and we'll determine what's going on here in just a moment. The line judge has the shooters stepping off the line for a moment.
Samantha had a problem with an arrow there, and she started to draw back, and she take it out, put a new one in, and she had to rush and hurry her shot, and that's how she got that 4. It was pretty a lot of composure for her to actually do that, make that happen. With set system, hey, it's okay.
Yeah, with
You're still in.
with the way the set system works, that kind of bad shot that she just had may not affect her as much as it would
Oh, you're absolutely correct.
in
Yeah, you can't get away with that in compound.
in
but
compound. No, for
she
sure
has the
not.
opportunity to come back for sure.
Pretty amazing for her.
I am trying to determine what's happening here, and I think maybe the shooters might be in a similar condition, but it looks like whatever timing thing might have been going on, it has been solved. We're back in action.
Once arrows are shot too, they're not reshots. Just pick up where they left off.
Archers are picking back where they left off. Of course, the World Archery rule is no reshoots. So, and there is a 9. Samantha still shooting well to the right, and 6 points on that shot. So it looks almost certain that her opponent is going to be able to tie her in set play. There it is, 9, and that clinches this set for Charvika Gopi. Sort of a practice shot, a nice arrow in the 9 ring for Samantha Ensign. So it's going to be 3-3. It'll be a draw. And to your earlier point, the set system is very forgiving. If that had happened to a compound shooter, an arrow in the 4 and then an arrow in the 6, game over.
There's no way. No recovery after that.
Plenty of recovery opportunities in recurve in the set system. So we'll see what happens. Both ladies probably working to reset. We're looking at a fairly legendary coach up there coaching Samantha Ensign. That is Dick Tone, coach of Jay Bars, the 1988 Olympic gold medalist, currently coaching a number of talented American archers, including Jackson Mirich and Casey Caulfield. So Samantha, one of Dick Tone's charges, and if nothing else, she'll learn a lot today. Definitely the mental game is something that Dick emphasizes a great deal, and it applies just as much to recurve as it does to compound. Except the consequences may be, as you pointed out earlier, a little more for not getting everything where you want it with the compound bow.
A little more. Definitely a strong mental game is, in my opinion, majority of the sport.
Agreed. Always has been, always will be.
Yes. If you don't have a strong mental game, there's really not much else to the sport.
Well, you know, like I like to say, there's 3 elements to every archery setup, right? You got the bow, you got the arrow, and you got the geotaxonic interface, the connection between the bow and the ground. That's actually the hardest one to tune.
I can imagine.
All right, there's a 9. And left and right's pretty good on that one. Nicely done. It's a 9 as well, just out of the 10 ring. So in this case, Samantha and Charvika tied on this third set. And here's another 9. Now the wind, again, the wind sock is not reacting. The sponsor flags and the main flags are showing a left to right value. Not a lot. There's an 8. Samantha needs a 10 here and didn't get it. That is a 7-6 liner. Very likely to be a 6. And that is a decisive 10 from Charvika Gopi, and it's going to force Samantha Ensign to outright win the next set. Or we'll have a shoot-off. One of 2 outcomes here. We'll have a shoot-off, or Charvika Gopi will be our SoCal champion.
The wind is still, well, all of the weather still seems to be pretty consistent up here, which is not normally, especially the direction of the wind, it's not normally this consistent, I don't think.
We've been very fortunate in this portion of the day, particularly when you consider that it's only 62, 63 degrees Fahrenheit on this field of play right now. It's fairly damp. If the wind were up much more, it would start to affect archers in ways other than just how far they have to aim off. It would be a chilly wind, and it would be, I would say, unpleasant in these conditions. Right now, it's tolerable. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's definitely not bad right now.
It's do or die right now. Samantha Ensign has got to outright win this next set, or this game's over.
It was those first 2 arrows on that last end were looking like she may have got back in her groove after that
maybe.
technical problem, but
Charvika has been quite consistent, though.
she's been very consistent.
Okay, there's a 10. Oh, boy, I'll tell you, this is just as much a nail biter as anything you'd see at the Olympic Games, I got to tell you.
It is.
And there's a 9. So things have just gotten interesting. 9. Let's see how Charvika deals with this little burst of pressure she's about to experience. And the answer is 8. We could be looking at a shoot-off here if this arrow pays off.
I think we may be.
And it's an 8. Good group, though.
Yep. So Charvika will have to shoot a 10 to tie.
And there's a 9.
Okay. Looks like we're going to have a shoot-off.
It is indeed a shoot-off. It's 5-5.
Those
All of this is coming down to a single arrow for each archer.
That's always the most nerve-wracking shot.
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't have to be. It's not like your opponent's going to block you. More than once.
Yeah, more than once. Exactly.
Okay. This, however, is going to be a shoot-off as soon as the judges have scored the target. We'll be looking at a 5-5 draw, forcing a shoot-off. We'll be going back to the original shooting order, which is an advantage, if you ask me, for the first archer, always in a shoot-off situation. And it is officially a tie. The judge at the target has confirmed it. So Samantha Ensign gets to shoot first on target number 1. As the number 1 ranked archer, she got to choose whether she wanted to shoot first or second, and she chose to shoot first. Charvika will be shooting second on target number 2.
I overheard a little bit of Samantha. She chose a specific arrow.
Yeah, a lot of shooters do that.
And I personally don't. Maybe if I have one that I've noticed is shot really good all day, but for the most part, I don't normally do that. But
well, I don't reserve a shoot-off arrow, but I treat all my arrows like shoot-off arrows. That was my my training method. Was if I felt like I was getting lazy, I would shoot a single arrow and go down to 70 meters and retrieve it.
Oh man!
You do that 36 times, it beats a little bit of discipline into your head.
Yeah, that's definitely a good way to do it if you're getting lazy.
Yeah. If you're really lazy, you do it with a bicycle. Just kidding. Okay, here comes the shoot-off. Samantha Ensign on target 1. Charvika Gopi on target 2. 1 arrow to decide the champion here in SoCal. Not what she was hoping for, I'm sure. 7. And again, out the right side like some of the other errant arrows that she had shot. Charvika needs an 8 to win. And it's a 9-10 liner. That will take the match. Your winner is Charvika Gopi. And we'll be joining her momentarily after this third match of the day, our penultimate match. As soon as that score is confirmed, we'll wait for the judges and the DOS to make the announcement.